Everybody doing? And I'm here with a cat named Minty.
Hello there.
And we're here for the Italian Grand Prix and the USA Grand Prix too. So two good races. I wasn't here last week and neither was cat named Minty, so we had no idea what the outcome was at the end of those two races. It was Britain and it was the Austrian Grand Prix. So run you down to the results. The British Grand Prix results were XL Neo, Flynn Finisher, VER, M Short, FRL Chapelele 5th, Baki in P6, FRL Ginger in P7, XL in P8, VER Jules in P9, P10 was Terror Racer for FRL, P11 was Finley for FRL, P12 was Banners, P13 was Kausper, P14 was MNT Nathan, P15 was XLB, P16 was Aqua, P17 was Ace Phelps, P18 was B Morg, P19 was MNT LeBron, and Cookie Games was P20. For the Austrian GP, P1 went to Flying Finisher. He finished P2 in that British Grand Prix, so consistent result from him for whatever team he's representing. M Short finished in second place. Chapelele finished third place, so good result for him, as he finished in P5 in the last race. P4 went to VER. P5 went to Banners. P6 went to Cookie Games, so he finished last in that other race and finished P6 in this race. P7 went to Ginger, P8 went to Neo, P9 went to Terror Racer, P10 went to Finlay, P11 went to Killer Blue, P12 went to B Morg, P30 went to Nathan, so Nathan didn't score points in those two races. Hopefully he could change it up in the Italian and the USA Grand Prix. Kausper P14, Baki in P15, Jules in P16, LeBron again didn't score points, Ace Phelps in 18th, XL Gary 19th, and VER Aqua P20, unfortunately for him. So drivers that did score points were LeBron, Morg, and Jules. Jules scored P9 in that last race, so we did get some points on the board, but I will run you down the constructors then. So FRL eSports are leading by 214 points. Second place is Virtual Esports Racing, 209 points, and 5 points separates those two teams. Further back, 1 point behind VER, so VER under massive pressure, from XL Racing Team in third place. Queen Vigor Racing in fourth place with 192 points, so a bit of a distance between third and fourth. And MNT Academy quite a long way behind in fifth place. Hopefully it can all go well for them in this and the next race in USA and the Italian GP. So we're here in this one-shot qualifying, and I am joined with cat named Minty.
Well, it's really close up in the constructors' standings. Only, as you said, only 1 point separating second and third, and it's really all to play for. Only 6 points separating the top three. Then Queen Vigor Racing, the dark horse, really, well, while MNT Academy, they're really far off from the rest of the grid, from the rest of the teams.
So as the qualifier starts then, on this long straight heading down into turn 1, over 207 miles per hour, breaking the 100-meter board, then getting slowed down for turn 1. He locks up into turn 1 board with Cookie Games. Cookie Games didn't score in the last round, so hopefully he can have a change of fortune as he exits turn 2. Takes this short route to minimise the distance through here, keep as right as possible, and coming down into the second chicane, heading down into the 100-meter braking. Use a lot of curb on the entry, so for this one too, it's very easy to lose the car and dip a wheel into the gravel. Coming into the first Lesmo, not too bad for Cookie Games. Currently down at P14 at the moment, not where he wants to be, but let's hope. Oh, that's a validation for Cookie Games. He went a bit too wide in the second Lesmo, so he'll be starting down in last. Obi-Twan will be starting down in last place, so we'll go on board with first place Kazizzle. Kazizzle's the man that's got good pace, and he gets entry to Escari. Nice entry and exit through there, as Zario is currently in first place, VER Zario, as he enters the Parabolica, 50-meter board braking, short shift up through the gears, bring it back to the left, take the short route through the last corner, and his time will be in 18.2. It's a fast time, and he is on pole by 300ths of a second from Zario, T100 Zach, Louis in 4th place, Chapelele in 5th, Gary in 6th, Smash, J. Cole's doing a good job in 8th place. I know he's been struggling lately, but he's got himself in the top 10. and Kazizel's on pole. Let's see if he can convert that to a win.
And quite a disappointing qualifying for VER. Of course, they got VER Zario up there in second place, but the rest of the team, they're all outside the top 10, if I'm not mistaken. And if they really want to fight for that first position in the standings, they have to put on a good show in the race and in Austin.
FRL's highest driver is third place. MNT Louis in fourth place. I think Kazizel, I don't know what eSports team he's in. FRL Chapalele. So it looks like MNT in the top 10. We've got FRL Shap and T100 Zach. XL has got 8th place with J Cole and Gary. Gary's in 6th place too. So let's see if they can get some points to the board. And hello Bjorn, how are you, mate? Nice to see you in the stream. So what's your predictions for this race then, mate?
It's definitely going to be an interesting one. We're at the Temple of Speed, and it's really easy to overtake here at some points, especially turn 1 and 2, and maybe Trascari. There's some overtaking opportunities through there, but I think Kazizel, he can, in my eyes, I think he's going to win, taking it from pole position. And yeah,
it's going to be a difficult job for Kazizel because behind him people are going to slipstream and DRS, so he needs to pull out much of a gap as he can before the DRS zone or the DRS activates on lap 3. So it's going to be difficult for him at this long track.
Yeah, and no strategy really to play for here, as it's a 25% race, so it's just a simple one-stop no matter what tyres you go on. So it's all about the pace of the drivers, really.
There is a formation lap. So I was just wondering because I didn't know they turned it on. So formation lap is on. Let's see what drivers have got opted to go for. So P11 downwards, barring Cookie Games, are on the medium compound tyres, as you would expect the people to go outside of the top 10 to choose. So Cookie Games, optimistic strategy there, down in P18, hoping to get a lot of positions from 18th place, being on the soft compound tyres. So let's see how his progress will unfold throughout the race. And he will switch over to the mediums and probably about lap 6 or 7. Don't know how I know you can take these softs quite a while, but in a 25% race, I don't know when's the pit window. So top 10 on the soft compound tyre.
Yeah, I'm surprised that a lot of people are going for the medium compound tyres, as in the start of the race, especially in a 25% race, everyone will be bunched up, and you'll be trying to get as much positions as possible on lap 1, 2 and potentially 3, because as I said, everyone's bunched up. And going on the softs at the end, yes, you have the pace advantage over the medium runners, but the grid's not going to be as close as they were before, so it's a 50-50 situation. If you can get in that DRS range, you can really stir up the grid with those soft tyres, but if you don't, then it's kind of a waste, in my opinion.
Well, 2 drivers got disqualified from that formation lap, and one of them left, which is Obi-Twan down in 19th place. So Cookie Games, I was talking about he was on the soft compound tyres. He's going to have cold soft tyres at the start of the race, in not his favour, because he wants to get past the medium runners as quick as he can. But a bit of a struggle considering he's on cold tyres and into the heavy braking zone into turn 1. Ginger has also got disqualified at a P17 on the medium tyres. Takes longer to warm up than the soft compound tyres, so those two will be struggling at the start of the race with cold tyres. They got disqualified when Kazizel was around about 2nd Lesmo, so quite a long time then they've been on the grid. As we're about to line up for the grid, Young Power down in 20th place. He joined midway through qualifying, that's why he's not set a time, and he is in the race, so he gets to take part as we go back to the beginning of the grid. Right then, so we'll just wait for the lights and see what happens from there on. It is lights out and away we go. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1, don't know what that's for, but it's gone rather quickly. Kazizel gets a perfect start. He's got already ahead as Zach has got past the VER driver of Zario. He's down in 3rd place, and Kazizzle holds his ground in 1st. Let's see what's happening further back. We've got drivers side by side. We've got a Smash side by side with Louis, and Louis has got himself up into 6th place. He overtook him as he's got his teammate company as well. So let's see how they plan it out. They go side by side. Hopefully they don't hit each other, and Smash takes the place up into 8th place. Then further back we've got a few drivers in the mix there, as side by side go M&T Nathan and Symbolics as well, and Nathan takes his place up into 11th. He stays where he started. We've got Drop, he tried to overtake Mike as well. Mike under pressure from him behind as he stays in 14th place, and looks so clean so far. We've got Obi-Twan versus Ginger, as Obi-Twan's left again, and there is Cookie Games, the guy that started on the soft compound tyres. He's got a driver alongside him, and that is Young Power. Young Power's the inside line. One of them's have to yield there because it's not really a place to go side by side, as Cookie Games has got ahead of Young Power, as I believe Ryan and Mike are having a battle for 13th place. They're going side by side down that straight, and they're coming into the Parabolica, and he tries to hold it around the outside as Mike. Both bang wheels, but clean and fair racing from the two. As we've got a driver in the pits already, and that is Jay Cole. So Jay Cole, the man that started down in 8th place, has made his way to the pit lane for some reason. So he might have front wing damage at the start, and it's a bit confusing because the graphics are just messing up.
Oh, that's Kilcree. He has spun at the exit of turn 1, and now he's going down the grid, 5th, 6th, 7th, and it's very unfortunate for the M&T driver, and he's down a lot of positions.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on, because this graphic glitch has just continued for like months and months. You would have thought they sorted out by now. So J. Cole rejoins down in last place, unfortunately, on board with Kilcree. I don't know what's going on actually. Anyways, Cookie Games is right behind Mike, fighting for 13th place here. He's going to use a lot of EOS down this back straight. You want to try and get ahead of him, not a place to go side by side. He goes down the inside and he outbreaks him, and he's got into 12th place. Good move from Cookie Games. He was well committed to going down the inside. Wasn't any intention of backing out there. And he's on the soft, so he's went from P18 to P12, so he's gained 6 positions despite getting disqualified from the formation lap. So he's done a good job so far, has Cookie Games. You expect him to be that quick on the soft compound tyres, and he's about to make another move, it seems, as we've got a driver in the pits. Who is that? That is Mike.
Yeah, Cookie Games really on a mission now. He will go down the inside of XL Ryan into turn 1 and 2. He will outbrake Ryan, and he gets past him.
That was real life. He would have lost his front wing with Ryan because he was right on the rear of Cookie Games. So Cookie Games is up into 11th place, and Symbolics is the highest medium. No, Nathan is down in 9th place. Nathan started in 11th place and he's got himself up into 9th. So let's keep an eye on his progress as well. Dips a wheel at the gravel. I saw him do that in turn lap 1, so he needs to be careful not to do that continuously, otherwise he'll find himself right in the gravel traps or in the wall for good measure too. Anyways, back on 1st place. Looks like Zach's caught up to Kazizzle, so Kazizzle couldn't pull the gap, and Zach's used a lot of EOS there, and Kazizzle's got more EOS compared to him. So let's see how he use it. Will he preserve his EOS? He's going to have to try and use it to try and stay ahead, or will he try and use it for a slipstream? And Zach's at the back of Kazizzle. Will he try and go down the inside into turn 1 because he's very close? I wonder how much EOS he'll use. If he uses too much, he'll be vulnerable to the guys behind like Zario and Chapelele down in 4th place. And we've got Zario in the pits as well, so he's doing a massive undercut. I've seen some drivers do that last week.
Yes, the undercut might be really strong here, as a lot of the drivers are in DRS trains, so maybe that clean air will let the drivers improve and produce faster lap times.
That was very smart from Zach because he didn't use any EOS down that straight when he was behind Kazizzle. He just used it for slipstream, so he's trying to preserve his EOS as much as he can. So where is Zario? He rejoins down in, where is he? 15th place, and he's got nice clean air in front of him. And Symbolics rejoins down in 16th. Mike is in 17th place after an early pit stop, and Obi-Wan rejoins down in 19th place. I meant Obi-Twan, sorry. And there is that then. Still on the back of Kazizzle.
Just wanted to mention now Cookie, he's trying to go for a move on Nathan. Nathan had a really bad exit of the second Lesmine. He goes for a move down the inside of Ascari, and very clean move And that's him passed into P8, so 10 positions gained in the first 4 laps.
Nathan almost lost it coming out of Ascari, but managed to save it. Go back on board with the leaders then, let's see what they do. Will they respond to the undercut from Zario? Cazizzo does a dummy there. I know they don't pit, none of them do. We've got 8 initial soft runners left in the race. And we've got a 5-second time penalty for Louis speeding in the pit lane, so we've got some soft runners in. We've got Smash in, we've got Louis in. We've got Nathan and Sneaky in, so let's see what happens. Will they try and do a massive undercut? Will Zario rejoin ahead of him? He should do, because he was ahead of him before the initial pit stops. There is Zach then, right on the gearbox of Cazizzo. Under massive pressure is Cazizzo. And Chapelele is right there with him as Mike sets the fastest lap. So Zario does rejoin ahead of those guys as Louis has to take a tyre penalty towards the end of the race for speeding in the pit lane. Symbolics on the soft compound tyre rejoins in 13th place. He slots in there. Let's see what's happening. So he's got ahead of Sneaky, who just pitted, and Nathan, who just pitted too. Nathan from mediums to soft. So we did an early pit stop on the medium compound tyres. And we've got Obi-Wan versus J. Cole, as J. Cole has got past Obi-Wan. Back on board with the top runners as Cookie Games gets a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, it's not really good for Cookie Games. He is trying to gain as much positions as possible, but up in the lead. Will they pit in?
Zach does.
Zach goes in for an undercut on Cazizzo. I have a feeling it will work.
Bearing in mind,
tucked behind him for quite a while.
Bearing in mind, Zario pitted 2 laps before Zach, so will Zario get ahead of Zach? FRL Ginger versus FRL Young Power. They're currently fighting for 6th place, but where is Zach? There he is, coming out the pit lane. Has Zario got ahead of him? He's coming down the straight, and
yes, he has.
Yes, he has. So the undercut has worked.
With quite an advantage on him, I'd say it's around 8/10, maybe more.
Right then, so that Zach almost had a tank slap at the exit of turn 2. Got a battle going down for 12th place between Nathan, Sneaky and Mike. We've got a smash down there too, so back on board with the top runners there. Looks like Cazizzo has to pit, so does Chapelele. They stay out longer, that will mean Zario will undercut all 3 of them. I think he'll definitely undercut Gary, but he needs to pull out a mega in lap. I think they'll definitely come to pits towards the end of this lap, those 2.
Yeah, they have to. They lose too many positions if they try to stay out for another lap. But I have a feeling they might get done over by the undercut.
So
and Chapelele stays out.
Gary comes in, but I'm interested in the battle for 13th place. Nathan was right behind Sneaky at the second Lesmo, but hasn't got past him. Sneaky has the DRS as well. Go back on board with those guys. So Gingers of the pits. Hardy and Young Power go through. They're on the tyres they started on. And where's Zario? Zario's down in 8th place. Will he get ahead of those drivers that are in the pits? Zach's right behind Zario too. And there they are. There's one of them. And who is it? That is Cazizzo. Has Zario got past Cazizzo? He's going down the straight. We'll try and go around the outside.
Side by side. Zario locks up. He'll try to go for an over and under. But it doesn't really work, and Cazizzo stays ahead of him.
In the background we saw Gary and Louis go side by side through turn 1 and turn 2, and Gary won that battle ahead of Louis. And will Zario try and fight under braking? No, he won't. And what about Louis? No, he doesn't either.
Great undercut from Zario, and has elevated him a lot of positions.
Oh, so tight. And Nathan's actually onto the gravel. That's his 3rd time on the gravel, and he's spun. Now, he did struggle there initially, but now I don't know, will I say fair racing between those 2? It was very, very tight through the second chicane between Cookie Games. Oh, smash!
Oh, smash!
Lucky one.
He goes on the gravel and loses a little, and that lets FRL Ginger get ahead of him into 14th place.
Right, I'm going to go on board with Cazizzo because Chapelele's in the pits. I want to see if he comes out behind or ahead of him. They're coming to the last corner. Chapelele's in the pits along with Young Power and Hardy. So Young Power and Hardy expected to go to the soft compound tyres because they started on the mediums, but where is Chapelele? Will he come out ahead of Cazizzo? There he is, and looks like he has, or has he? And he has.
I think he has. That was a great in-lap from him, and he just had the pace advantage on Cazizzo, and he managed to come out in first position. So great overcut from him.
This is great because Chapelele's tyres are the youngest one out of all 4 of them, so he's gonna he's got good pace as well, despite being stuck behind those guys initially before the pit stop. So he can he's got Kizizo behind him, who's going to use the DRS and slipstream as well, so it's not going to be easy to pull away being in that slipstream. Gary's under pressure from Louis behind as well, and he battles further back. Smash had Young Power's got a 3-second tyre penalty. Oh, Nathan again! Oh, it's Obi-Twan versus Nathan. So that's the 4th time I've seen Nathan onto the gravel. 2 on his own and 2 assisted with Obi-Twan and Cookie Games. Looks like he's not enjoying the turn 3 and 4, and Nathan right behind him. But go back on board with Kizizo because he's right at the gearbox of Chapelele as we head down that back straight into the last corner. So this could be an interesting battle for first place. He's right behind him, and I think you want to get this move very done early.
Chapelele with a better exit, but Sizzle will have DRS and the slipstream on him, and he'll go for a move not even using overtake mode, and that's him past into first position. Chapelele basically lets him through, and Zario stays behind in 3rd.
Further back, we've got Ginger, Ryan and Sneaky battling for 10th place. Ginger goes down the inside of Ryan, and he goes down the inside of Sneaky, 2 for 1 in one corner, and he's done it. In fact, we've got Sneaky he went around the outside of Sneaky. Ryan's up into 11th place, so Sneaky lost 2 positions. Damn. But will he try and fight back though on Ryan? No, he doesn't.
I don't think he will. No, he lifted off a little, so he'll be waiting for another DRS zone to try to get past Ryan, but not the best sector for Sneaky getting done by 2 drivers.
He must be frustrated with that one, getting overtaken by 2 cars in 2 corners.
Now Ginger right at the back of Cookie Games, with DRS wide open, overtake mode engaged, and he will go for a move under the old layout. And that's him into 9th position just before Ascari.
Now Cookie Games under pressure from Ryan behind and Sneaky following him too. And we'll go back on the board for the battle for first place. Will Chapelele save his ERS until the last moments of the race because he don't want to use it all? I think I'll do the same thing, and he's not using any ERS smartly and wisely. He pulls out the dirty air as well to maintain the engine temperature. And Louis has got past Gary.
Yes, he has, and that was a really nice overtake, very clean from the M&T driver, and quite a crucial overtake for M&T as they are quite far back down in the championship.
So Young Power has got muscled his way past Sneaky, and he's up into 12th place, but will Sneaky try and fight back? He's barely got the ERS to play with, and it looks like Young Power will stay ahead of him, so Sneaky will need to save his ERS and try and fight back once he's saved that ERS up. So Sneaky's losing a lot of positions. How old is his tyres? 4 lap holes, not too bad. Well, bearing in mind the guys ahead of him on the soft compound tyres, so fair enough, but he seems to be struggling, falling back down the field.
Just going downhill from him after the pit stops, and
oh, Chapelele spun and he's hit the wall and he's out.
Oh
dear. Looks like he picked up too much throttle on the exit of Ascari, and he is out of the race.
Quite the signature move from Chapelele, spinning out. And
he'll be kicking himself with that one. And here comes TK1 Zach on Zario. Easy move from Zario. Now Zario knows Nathan's got a penalty behind him, so we can have a podium for VER if you don't make any mistakes. Zario picks up a penalty too, so he needs to be careful not to do that, and he needs to pull out a 3-second gap over Gary to maintain his podium.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Zario, as he was doing really good, especially after the undercut, but that not invalidation, but that warning could just caught him as he loses traction a little at the exit of the second chicane, and then nearly spun him.
XL and Sneaky were invited to turn 1, and XL got past Sneaky, so Sneaky drops another position down in 13th place, and he's got a Smash for company as well behind him. Both on the same age of tyres, so it should be too difficult against him. And he'll be torn down in 15th place there. Nathan just every time I go a ball with him makes me nervous. He always loses the car.
Maybe don't go on board with him.
it was like the 5th or 6th time now he's lost a car.
And Cookie Games with another 3-second time penalty, so Cookie Games really pushing the limits here at Monza.
Zach looking for a wall. He's got a penalty and Cazizzo hasn't, so if he does get past Cazizzo, he needs to pull out a 3-second gap, which I don't think he will, because look at Gary going down the inside of Louis, and he's got himself up into 4th place. Well, Louis trying to do a switch back on Gary. No, almost loses the car on traction, and Gary is up into 4th place. Meanwhile, XL and Cookie have made contact, and he's sent him into a spin. Young Power's involved as well, so we've got 2 drivers involved in a collision down at turn 2. And it's all a mess now because they're trying to sort themselves out. As we've got Ryan, Obi-Wan in there as well. We've got Drop here, we've got Sneaky on Smash. Midfield's looking very interested. Tipping on each other's tail there. Look at them all right behind each other.
Yeah, you could throw a blanket over them. That's how close it is there.
Midfield looking very tasty indeed, giving us some good action. Lockups everywhere into the second Lesmo. Obi-Wan almost lost it. Well, he did lose it, and Young Powers hit the back of Obi-Wan because he misjudged. Well, Obi-Wan made a mistake and Young Power hit the back of him. Look at that.
Back in the front, Zach now going on to the final lap. He'll probably go for a move here into turn 1. Yeah, the RS wide open overtake mode, and he has all the speed over Cazizzo. Now he will go round the outside as Cazizzo blocks the inside. They're still going side by side into the second corner, and it's still side by side. It's really important not to lose the back end, but Zach does a little, and Cazizzo retains first position.
I've seen a few drivers lose the back end of turn 2. Really easy to lose the car, especially on traction to there. So Zach had the opportunity to try and overtake him, but I think it was his final chance unless he could do anything about Ascari. Meanwhile, what's happening further back? We're all stuck in that little train there from 18th to what? 12th place. Sneaky's under pressure from Droppy behind him. All very looking interesting through there. Back on board. Zach's too far away, but what about Zario? Has he pulled a gap? No, he hasn't. So Zario needs to pull out about 2 or 3 tenths if he wants to get on the podium. About 2 more tenths and no more penalties. He's 3 seconds ahead of Gary, and he might get a podium. He just needs to stay 3 seconds ahead. And further back, we've got oh, what's that? I thought Mike lost the car there, and Hardy's overtaken Cookie Games. But across the line will come Cazizzo to win the Italian Grand Prix. Zach's got a 3-second time penalty, so we'll have to settle for second place. Zario will finish in P3 unless Gary could gain that time back, which he can't.
Oh, it was really close up there. Symbolics finishes 5th on penalties, Mike is 6th, Ginger 7th, Louis 8th, Hardy 9th, Cookie Games, amazing comeback drive from him. Goes on to 11th after penalties have been applied. Even goes down to 12th, XL Ryan in 11th, QVR Sneaky in 13th, Droppy in 14th, Obi-Wan in 15th, and Young Power in 16th.
What happened to Kilcree? I've not really seen him in this race. Almost loses the car to Ascari, but J. Cole and Nathan retired through Ascari. God knows how that happened, but those two are out of the race and didn't see the finish line, so looks like they had contact at Ascari, and Kilcree will take 17th place.
Yeah, Kilcree, he went on a new set of soft, so he was probably trying to go for a fastest lap.
Possibly, or he got caught up in that midfield action where we saw a bit of contact, so it's either a front wing change or to go for the fastest lap.
Yeah, but according to the game, FRL Ginger was your driver of the day. In my opinion, it was Cookie Games. Or driver of the race, because we're still not over today.
Cookie Games. I don't know who my driver of the day is, to be honest with you. I'll try and figure it out soon. Cookie Games went from P14, was it? Where is he? Where did he finish? 12th. 18th to 12th.
I mean, his overtaking was really amazing during the race, so I mean, the overtaking alone probably that makes him deserve the driver of the day, in my opinion.
So we've got 2 FRL drivers in 2nd and 7th. Gary, I don't know what team he's in. We've got 3 VER drivers, in 3rd, 5th and 6th. 2 MNT ones in 8th and 9th. XL with 10th place. well, 2 XL drivers in 4th and 10th then. This could be really shaking up for the constructors there. I think VER will pull away from XL if I'm correct. Yes, they will pull away. Zario, the Dutchman, got a podium for them. And his fellow Dutch compatriots down in 5th and 6th as well. We didn't see much of Obi-Twan, unfortunately, for FRL. Chapelele, oh, God knows what could have happened, but I dare say he could have won that race if he did make that mistake in the Scari. He's got one more race though after this, so let's see if he can pull back. It's really a shame because we know Chapelele's got good pace, but he makes these mistakes.
Yeah, he makes a lot of mistakes, and he really has to cut out from his driving habit. He's been doing it for a lot of seasons now.
That's why I'm a commentator, because like Chapelele, I make a lot of mistakes.
Well, I'm just slow. That's why I'm a commentator. Slow on track.
Moving on to the USA Grand Prix then. So, Kazizel leads 25 points. So, for a reminder then of the Constructors' Championship, if it loads, it should load. I downloaded it, so it should load. There it is then. So, FRL eSports is in first place. Could VER overtake them because Chapelele lost a whole of points for them? And before the Italian Grand Prix, they were 5 points behind. Zario finished 3rd, Mike finished 5th, and Symbolics finished 6th. All the way around, sorry. Symbolics finished 5th, Mike finished 6th. And the FRL, Zach down in 2nd place, so I think it's nip and go between FRL and Virtual Esports. I do believe Zach's in FRL. So, Zach and Ginger, they were the only 2 FRL drivers in the top 10. So, Zach 18 points, Ginger scores 6 points, so that is 24 points. Zario 15, 25, 5, 6, 7, 8, 33. So I believe Virtual Esports Racing overtakes FRL in the Constructors' Championship. XL Racing, XL, we had Gary in 4th, and someone was, I think one of them was in 10th place, and they just left. So hopefully they'll join back. But there was definitely an XL driver who finished in 10th place. So XL, and they will score 11 points.
Who does Kazizel drive for again?
Kazizel driver. I don't know what team he's in. Can someone confirm what team Kazizel's in?
I want to say it's FRL.
I don't think it's FRL because he's not. I've not really seen him be a